The other day when I was talking about this torn boot, this intake manifold, I was talking about removing the starter, and I might have been a little bit misleading. The starter is pooched. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, so it needs a brush kit. So let's talk about how you get that starter out of this machine. The first thing you have to do is you have to remove those down tubes. You can see it on that machine over there. If you don't do it, this job becomes even more difficult than it already is. First thing you have to do is remove the carburetor. And that's so that you can even see the starter. So once you got the carburetor off, now you can come down here and you have to take the brake caliper off the disc. And if you've made shock savers like I have on these things, this bracket won't come out of here very easy without removing everything. And you pull the brake caliper, and then, believe it or not, you have to take all the goddamn bolts, the 4 bolts out of that disc, and then try to fish that disc off the studs and back out of the way. Otherwise, you won't be able to remove the starter. Just trust me on that one. And then you're still not done, because you have to pull the goddamn clutch. Right there. You got to pull the clutch. And that's so that you can get these 2 little bolts off of the casing so that this bracket comes loose. And then you take the 2 bolts out of the back of the bracket that are bolted onto the carburetor. Onto the starter. And now you got to try to fish it out of this hole. You got to pull it out if you can without bumping into this disc. And then drop the nose down a little bit and then pull it out past this disc. Trust me, it's a real nightmare of a job. But I just left out one thing. I just remembered this. There's a bracket that goes from the engine here to the transmission, one here and one at the back. Those also have to come out, or there isn't enough room. It won't come out through here. It's a real bitch job. You'll just have to take my word on that. I've done a couple of these already. Yeah, they're not fun. Some of these engineers need to be shot with their own shit. Idiot morons.